Hey everybody, it's Mikey B at Beckley's RVs. Behind me I have a Thor 4 Winds 27R. Not too small, not too big, just right. A great compromise to Class C motorhome shopping. Make sure you put it on your list and let's go see why. Outside of the Thor 4 Winds 27R, some awesome bullet points that need to be on your list for shopping for a motorhome. And I have to start out with this huge awning. It is giving me coverage from the front all the way to the back, so I can throw a couple picnic tables up underneath and enjoy a nice meal out of the rain or out of those harmful UV rays. I love the size of the awning. Patio party time. But moving on, if I want to relax, especially we move into sports time, football season, etc., I have on this model an outside TV that I can throw on some background noise or again, just keep up with my sports scores or something. But hey, RVers, we know we love storage. What is awesome with this floor plan is the amount of exterior storage, and I want you to count with me. On the door side, we're starting with one storage compartment. A long second storage compartment here. Let's go on the off door side. I have a third compartment storage here. A fourth one, another wide, long one. A fifth one up here that's nice and tall. Are you with me? Number 6? Yeah. And last but not least, the big, the mighty number 7. It is wide and tall to get a lot of that gear. And more importantly, what I love about a lot of these storage compartments, they are made out of rotocast plastic, which means I can throw all my dirty gear in there and not worry about anything till I get home and wash it out. What do you think? On the back here, we have a great compromise when you get into small and large. On the small, you don't typically see this. On the large, you definitely do. But in this middle ground floor plan, we have stabilizer jacks on the rear. They are electrically controlled that I can just push a button. So when I get into my campground on my site, I can lower these down. So that way, all those little feet running around the coach, I don't have any boat motion. I love the fact that they've added this on this floor plan. Sitting in the cab of the Thor 4 Winds 27R, not too small of a motorhome, not too big of a motorhome, just right. And what I mean, it comes in at 29 foot and we have a lot of great creature comforts that we get from the big boys, if you will. Sitting in the driver's seat, I still have my big mirrors on the outside so I can see down the side for those immediate or quick lane changes. But also I have a backup camera. So being under 30 foot, I'll have that confidence to be able to do those quick lane changes on the highway. But more so when I get to my campground, have the confidence to be able to whip into my campsites or even back up into my campsites. This model here is powered by the V8 that Ford produces. It produces 450 pounds of torque, and that's what we really like to talk about. That's what's that power that helps maintain that speed up on the highways, or I should say going up those mountainsides out in the Colorado Rockies, so you're not having to get out and push. But it is on, like the big boys, it is on an E450 chassis. And what does that mean is it's a bigger chassis, bigger capacity. So it's a 14,500 pound GVWR, giving you 2,000 pounds of carrying capacity just on the chassis alone. 2,000 pounds, guys, that's a lot. What we found in the past, a family of 4 takes about 300 to 500 pounds. So imagine the stuff that you'll be able to take with you on a short trip just to have all those conveniences, or that big long road trip to be able to space out and have everything at your fingertip. But beyond that, behind me, I should say, is I have an additional 7,000 pounds of towing capacity. So I can still get into that dinghy towing. In other words, if I want to bring a car with me, I could tow something behind me and be able to bebop around town when I'm at my campsite. Or heck, I want a boat in my future, I'll be able to tow my boat and be able to take it to the lake. So again, this middle ground floor plan has got the best of both worlds. It's got the small maneuverability, but then it's got all the wonderful creature comforts of the big boys. All right, the floor plan of the Thor 4Winds 27R is not too small that you have to compromise too much, and it's not too big where you just have way too much room. It's just right. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from front to back and show you all the wonderful just right features of this floor plan. So stay with me all the way to the back. But starting in the front, we have the cab over bed that is a queen size bed that'll easily sleep 2 adults. But during the day, I have the flip out TV that I can move, or I should say maneuver. That way anybody in the coach will be able to see it. But come bedtime, we can swing that out of the way. We have a telescoping ladder that we can hook up and allow the kids to get into bed, and they have a cup holder and they have some storage up there. They can throw their gear and even some privacy curtains that way they can have like their little fort time. But hey, as a parent, I am worried about my kids rolling out of bed. Check this out. There is a safety net that we can easily hook up and have that reassurance to be able to get a good night's sleep, because we know our kids are safe. And certainly you can take it off if you have adults. But that's at least, like I said, sleep for 2. Then moving into the booth, if I've got a floor plan that can sleep a lot of people, I've got to have a booth to sleep or sit a lot of people, right? So I easily have seating space with some elbow room for 4. I can enjoy any of my meals, have a cup holders here. I could even throw out my cell phone and get a quick charge if I need. But hey, the booth is, like I mentioned, sleeping capacity. It doubles as another sleeper. And it is super easy to do. Now, if I'm adult, I'm probably sleeping corner to corner, but 2 kids, hey, this is a family floor plan, right? So I'm gonna be able to sleep 1 or 2 kids there. Across from that, and you might see the seatbelts, which I have ample amount of seatbelts in the booth and the sofa, but at night, this also doubles as another bed, similar to like what you'd have maybe at your house with a futon. Lift that up, swing it out, and now I have a nice comfortable spot for another kid or another adult. In this living area, I have to note the amount of storage. We have tons of cabinet doors above the overhead area to be able to throw a lot of my gear. Food, I can double up as a pantry, or I can throw some book bags, I can throw some board games, etc. We have a ton amount of storage. Again, an awesome feature in this floor plan. Moving beyond all this is our kitchen area. I love the kitchen area with a little bit of a bump out, so I get more counter space. I got a little counter extension here. Also have some prep area with the stovetop. But if I flip that out of the way, I have 2 burners in the back and a high output burner in the front. And the high output burner is for those big pots, or maybe a quick meal that you need to whip up at the last minute. And I can certainly throw more storage down here for maybe perhaps my pots and pans. But heck, they give you even storage above. And what I thought was a cool little kicker that 4Winds did on this is I have storage back here with a pull-out tray, and if you could see in the back, a wine rack. Now that's my kind of storage, huh? Opposite of your kitchen is a phenomenal job of what they've done here. They've got, again, overhead cabinet above the refrigerator and storage. We have a refrigerator and freezer that's tall and deep, so that way I can take all my wonderful goodies for my meals. Excellent use of a pantry. I have adjustable shelves here. That way if I gotta put in some cans, I can throw them low, or if maybe I've got cereal boxes, I can stretch out that space and dip them in there. But they've even nicely, conveniently put in some pull-out storage areas. And I would definitely recommend throwing your heavy can items in there, so that way if you take a tight turn, it's not going everywhere. Beyond the pantry, we have even more storage. We have 2 big, tall cabinet doors to be able to throw some big book bags or maybe big Tupperware items to easily stow and keep out of the way, especially when I'm trying to keep 6, 7 people in this floor plan running around conveniently. All right, back in our bedroom, I have to note, if you haven't picked up already, We have a full wall slide on this coach. So again, the best of both worlds. We have a middle of the road floor plan that still maintains the big floor space like the big boys. This bed, in fact, while we're here, talk about it, is a king bed. Mom and daddy like to spread their wings with sleep, or maybe you got this little critter that's gonna sneak out of bed and sneak into your bed at night. I have a nice big residential king bed here to get some nice sleep. And while we're here, we got a note, more storage. Overhead, you have 3 cabinet doors that you can open up and throw some, stow some items there. If that's not enough, check this out on the back wall. I have 3 large closet doors that open up to a wardrobe, so I can hang my clothes, or I can go get some hanging shelves and fold up some clothes that way. And below that, might be hard to see, but I have dresser drawers as well. So the amount of storage in this coach is huge. You will not have to sacrifice going any smaller on a floor plan and sacrifice that storage. All right, last but not least is your bathroom. I have a full bathroom in this floor plan that gives me a lot of stuff. I don't have just one medicine cabinet, but I have a second one. Again, if we've got a family of 6 or 7, we need storage space, don't we, guys? And then below the sink, you have a nice tall storage area there for maybe perhaps your bigger toiletries, obviously your toilet. And which is really cool is this big corner shower that gives me a lot of elbow space and a lot of head height. I'm 6'1" and I am not cramped at all. So again, this is your Thor 4Winds 27R. Not too small of a coach where you gotta sacrifice some things, not too big of a coach where you just maybe too much for you. It's just right. A Class C motorhome floor plan that sleeps 6 to 7, a full wall slide, and under 30 foot. The Thor 4Winds 27R should be on your shopping list. Not too small to sacrifice, not too big to feel uncomfortable or not be able to get places, just right. If you agree, give us a like, throw us a thumbs up, comment below on any questions or anything that you want to additionally see. Love to help you out. And smash that subscribe button. I'm Mikey B with Beckley's RVs. We'll see you next time at the campsites.